Welcome everybody, welcome back to a new video. It's Friday. Let's go. I hope you all are having a great Friday. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. We're 2 weeks deep into the daily uploads. Oh my word, it flew by so quickly. But anyway, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys drop a subscription at the bottom. It really helps me out, and a like, and also a comment. I'd love to hear back from the community, the people that are watching my videos. I'd love to know what they think, or you can leave a suggestion as well on a topic you'd like to see us cover in the future. I'm very open to talking about certain things. I talk and I'm yapping on all the videos about anything, and I'm always thinking of something new to talk about, and we can always talk about anything in the comment section, and go back and forth. I love connecting, which is what the channel is about. But yeah, into this video, guys, we're going to be talking obviously about kids on social media, and if I think kids should be allowed on social media in the first place, what the age limits are around that, and surrounding that topic. And I feel like this whole week basically has been just like not a tech week, not an internet week, but like a social media, internet type of thing. And I was originally inspired by this video because of the whole YouTube situation that's going on. If you don't know, you can feel free to check out. The box will pop up somewhere left or right. Yeah, you can go check it out there. And yeah, that's basically what I was thinking about when I was making this video, because when I was thinking about the changes that YouTube wants to make and how they're wanting to take preventative measures on the internet or YouTube basically for kids, it got me thinking about like social media platforms. What are they going to be doing perhaps to have kids stay safe on their applications, And if you ask me the question, you pose me the question and ask me, do I think kids should be on social media? Now, for me, I would tell you flat no. I would say no. Do not have your kids on social media. And then if you ask me, oh, how old should they be, like before they can get social media? That's a difficult question, because you as the parent or the guardian, you have to make your own discretion, and you have to make your own choices where your kids' futures are concerned. 13, is like the adolescence, teenage year, like the beginning of it, I think. So people are probably inclined to say at 13 years old. Some will say 16, when they're a bit more mature and they're almost reaching that adulthood, like 18 years old, when they become like legal and everything like that. But for me, like a kid, if they are below like 13, like 12, 11, I think they should stay away from social media, Even me personally, like I'm 21 and I'm not on social media. I don't like a lot of things about social media. Social media in general is sometimes it's a very off-putting experience, and I wouldn't tell anybody exactly what to do. Obviously, where the kids are concerned, the parents and the guardians have to make their own decisions at the end of the day. I'm more wanting to talk about is the choice that you want to make about social media for your kids and things like that. And social media, I'm talking about like basically applications that you can interact with other users in like a chatting basis, on a talking basis basically. So like apps like Discord isn't any social media, but let's just say Discord. Certain apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What else is there? I think that's the big ones. And then maybe TikTok as well, but that's more of like a video platform. But like video platforms that have a lot of space to talk in and have interaction, I think those for your kids are the most dangerous. I would try and stay away from those in general, because at the end of the day, you have to be on a constant watch if you're wanting to allow your kids to be on these platforms, because you never know who they're interacting with at the end of the day. If they comment on a video, someone might see, oh, they've got a profile, they've got this, they've got that. And, you want to be safe at the end of the day regarding your kids' online internet usage, basically, and their profiles and everything, which is why I would stay away from it entirely. I wouldn't even want to open that can of worms, like I said in one of my other videos, because the thing is, you want to keep your child as safe as possible, yes, but obviously there's going to come a certain time where maybe they want to access the internet, they want to be on the internet. So you've got to be prepared for that eventuality as well. So it's important to teach your kids also about online safety, online protections. Don't share your passwords, privating your profiles, checking who's messaging you and certain things like that, checking those profiles, and being 100% alert and aware of certain scamming or certain people that's trying to find out where you live. those certain things, because the online world is very dangerous, and it's a topic that I take very seriously, especially where kids are concerned. So as for me, I would say that it's not a good idea to have your kids on social media, just because there's a lot of obstacles basically that you've got to jump over, and you've got to maneuver around in order to make it a safe space. I think you should decide, once you in your mind have accepted, okay, this is what's going to happen, and I'll make this decision when they're this age, then you are allowed to do that. But if you're wanting your kids, like, I mean, what do they need with social media, in when they're like 10, 11, 12, 13? I know you want to stay in contact with your friends, but you can get like certain applications or certain chat options, like WhatsApp, for example, where they can just talk to their friends like that. I mean, if they want to, you shouldn't allow them to go all crazy on the social media too much, because too much at once is also not a good thing. And online safety, guys, is very important. It's a topic that like I say, I take very seriously. So we've got to do our best to remain aware and stay informed. What's going on the internet, what your kids are doing on certain social media platforms. Certain things like Instagram. You ask yourself, is there something that they really need? Do they need to be using it at this age? Just like trying to remain as safe as possible. Like YouTube obviously is just a video platform, but even in there you can like leave comments and interact with people on there. And yeah, that it's just, the internet is a very dangerous place. It can be a very good place to get information. It can be a lot of fun. And I think technology has provided us a lot of opportunity, especially to keep in contact with people around the world. Even for me to make this video right now, connecting with everybody from different parts of the world. But we've got to remain, obviously, focused, and we've got to have wisdom when we use the internet, and especially when we give that kind of power to our kids. Well, not our kids, I don't have kids, but when we give power like that to kids, especially where social media is concerned, we've got to stay vigilant, and we've got to remain aware of all the dangers that we could face, that you could face on the internet. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment down below as well on what you think about this topic. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this. Should kids be online at all, like below a certain age, or what age should they be allowed to go into certain social media apps? Should there be laws in place for this kind of thing? Are there laws in place? I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, if you can make a profile, you can make a profile. Obviously they ask for age verification and certain things like that. But yes, yeah, we can talk about it in the comment section. That's going to be all for today, guys. Make sure you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week in the next one. Take care, man. See you.